People making lists, buying special gifts, taking time to be kind to one and all. It's that time of year when good friends are near and you wish you could give more than just presents from a store. Why don't you give love on Christmas Day? Oh, even the man who has everything would be so happy if you would bring him love on Christmas Day. No greater gift is there than love. What the world needs is love. Yes, the world needs your love. Why don't you give love on Christmas Day? No greater gift is there than love. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. Merry Christmas or Merry Belated Christmas, if that's a such thing. Yesterday was Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas, a happy holiday if you celebrate. I had a good time with my family, my friends, kids opening gifts. I got a lot of rest yesterday too, so I hope you had a good holiday. Yesterday was Christmas on Monday, but today is Tuesday, and your boy is here to review what? Tyler Perry's soap opera comedy drama, The Oval. This is season 5. Episode 11 titled Recovery. But before I get into it, my voice is a little, so excuse the singing. It might have been a little rusty today because I'm a little under the weather today. But before I get into that review, I got to give a shout out to you know who, my lovely subscribers. Y'all hold me down. This is for the folks leaving comments. You left comments in last week's review of The Oval. So here, we got to give you a shout out because y'all holding me down in the comment section and you're keeping this channel going and growing. Hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that share button. So shout outs to folks like Calandra Antonelli. Did I say your name right, Calandra? Hi, Calandra Antonelli, or is it Calendra Antonelli? But shout outs to you anyway. June BLC, Kryptonian Black, Miss Tasha, Karima Khadija, Miss Lavender. I like that, Miss Lavender. It has a nice ring to it. The R.C. Kroger, Failed Foster Dog Mom. Y'all have some really cool names. Lamont Simpson, Randall Brown, and all the rest of you wonderful, lovely, lovely, lovely people. I think it was Miss Lavender that said, Richard ain't missing nobody. You're right. That's not what I meant when I dedicated that song. That song was actually Nancy missing Richard, or going to miss Richard. That's why I dedicated that song. But shout outs to you anyway. I appreciate you, Miss Lavender, and everybody else that leaves comments and keeps this channel going. I appreciate you all. But anyway, we got that out the way. Let's get down into this review, shall we? All right. So we picked up where we left off. Donald is confronting Sam, and he wants to know, why was you picking up and what were you looking at? What was all that? What's going on here? And they go into this whole back and forth banter. Why was you looking at Victoria's records? And Sam flipped it on him and was like, well, Donald, aren't you fired? Weren't you suspended by Eli? Why are you looking at records? And what are you doing here? So I enjoyed that little banter between them back and forth. And he was like, well, what was on that recording? I need to know what was on that recording. And Sam was like, listen, bruh, the recording was scrubbed. It was scrubbed. There's nothing there anyway. But I love that whole back and forth that they were going on through. And, Sam is on to things. Sam knows what's going on. Donald is on to Sam a little bit. And Donald's not feeling it. But I loved it. I love that he could not really intimidate Sam. And it's funny. He couldn't intimidate Sam, and I thought that was really funny. Meanwhile, Crazy Jason makes a call from Whole Foods. He stopped at the Whole Foods supermarket and made a call to Alan saying, they're trying to kill me and I need some help. He got this black eye on him. Nobody noticed him in the store. Nobody noticed him in the store, but he's like, listen, I'm on a burner phone. No, you're in the phone at the supermarket. You're at Whole Foods. So he's telling Alan he needs help. Alan's like, listen, bro, don't call here no more. Don't do that. It's dangerous. It's just too much jeopardy right there. Meanwhile, as that's going on, Donald goes to Victoria and tells her, listen, you need to get Eli up out of here. I mean, not Eli. You need to call your boy Eli because I know y'all banging and tell him to get Sam up out of here because it's going to be a problem. Sam is going to be a problem. And she's kind of hesitant and they go through their whole banter and she does her little calling him a bitch and this and that. Like, you don't boss me. You don't tell me what to do because he's like, you need to do something now. And she says, you let the master work. And he says, well, if you the master, who am I? And she told him, you my makeup artist. She called him, but he said, wait a minute, why you don't want to get rid of Sam? What's that about? I know you've been banging his little self. They keep making these short jokes about Sam too. And he said, I know you've been banging him, but why you don't want to get rid of him? He said, do you like him? She said, well, maybe. And she was like, look, if my husband could have his little holes, why can't I have my holes too? So listen, Victoria wants Sam. She got Eli. She doing what she want to do. Meanwhile, we had a conversation between Max and Bobby, where Bobby is pretty much saying, they think that while they tortured that Ragadushi dude, and they got him to say what he said basically that they let Jason go. Bobby's like, I don't believe that. He said, the highest, he liked him some little boys. He liked him. He said, I think he put a tracker in his motorbike, the bike that they let him ride off into the sunset with. And he's up to something. I believe he said, let's go back to the land or whatever, go to that old cabin that blew up and do a tracker or something they said they were going to do. But what was with Max being so upset about being called the White Devil by the Rakadushi dude? I mean, you did beat the dude down. You think he was going to say something nice about you? You did beat him down. So all that was interesting. But they're like, listen, we got to get in touch with Sam because we're not, something ain't right here. After that, we saw Priscilla and Simone having a conversation. And Simone pretty much told her that she's working with the feds and the FBI. She got information. She told her, listen, I can't even trust my husband Eli because he's dibbling and dabbling with Victoria. And, they bonded on that because they both got cheated on. And she says, that she still loves him. And then Priscilla says she still loves Sam. And I'm saying, oh, really? Do you now? Because you do, but you were willing to let him go into the president's bedroom in the last episode and get shot, possibly get shot. Like, it's a strange thing here. And then they had that whole conversation where she was like, I can speak to Eli if you just make amends with Sam. And then she was like, I don't know about all of that. So it's like Priscilla is confused, but she did say she still loves him. And I'm like, okay, whatever. While that was happening, those same feds that Simone is working with, they paid a visit to Dale. And they go in there, they pay a visit to Dale. And that was just Dale gave them the box or whatever. I don't know what the hell is in this box. But this is some evidence that I guess that's going to be a part of the takedown. And they're having conversation, and he's like hesitant. And I'm like, why are you hesitant and asking who they are when Alan already told you that they was coming over, bro? What is that about? So they're going through that banter, and he's asking the same thing over and over. And then there's a knock on the door, and who is it? It is none other than Kyle. And so he's like, I don't want to answer the door. And so the feds told him, listen, they told him who they were. They said, listen, we can help you like we're going to help Alan. But listen, open the door. We're going to run in the other room. So they're going to run in the other room. And I thought that Kyle was there to give him a beat down. But no, he wasn't. He was there flirting and telling him, hey, baby, you know what I'm saying? Here's my key. Come to my place. Leave this. Cut that zero. Get with this hero. Why you over here with this loser? I can help you out because, I know y'all gave drugs to the president, that y'all in some serious trouble. And I'm trying to figure out how Dale is in some serious trouble. He had really nothing to do with it. Only thing he did was work at the pharmacy. But he's like, you in some serious trouble too, you know what I'm saying? Come, you know what I'm saying, baby? Come to my house. And you know what I'm saying? I want to be your lover. I want to be your everything. That's basically what he was doing. He was kicking it to him. And Dale stood his ground. He was like, no, I'm not interested. No, thank you. And he took the key. He did a player move. Well, baby, here's the key. Put the key in Dale's pocket. And you just take that key. I see you tonight, baby. Because you're going to think about what I said. And, I'm sorry that. Then he told everything. He said, I'm sorry that you got shot and beat up and because Donald was jealous and he mentioned the coke. He just told it all. So this is more evidence for the FBI. So it was like interesting. But they told Dell, yes, we can definitely help you. We can definitely help you, and that was interesting. Meanwhile, as this going on, let's move on down to Eli and Victoria. Now, Donald told Victoria to go in there and tell Eli to fire Sam or get rid of Sam. But she going in there to pull his pants down basically and have sex. She comes in there and she tells Eli, look under the desk and hit that button. It is a button under the desk. I was thinking of, they say that there's this button in the White House or some button somewhere in the White House that the president can hit. I don't know how true this is. It's some emergency button he can hit and boom, the whole United States is destroyed. Is that true, y'all? Somebody told me that there's an actual button like that's in the White House that can just end us all. I don't know if it's true or not. Y'all educate me. But anyway, back to what I was saying. She telling me there's a button under the desk, and push that button and it locks the room. And then she goes to getting it on with him. Like, this is, I always wanted to get rocked on this desk. I always wanted to go get bang, 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 bang on the desk. That's what she wanted. And I said, this show is just crazy. It's just crazy. So that's happening. And let's move on down to Kareem and his cousin. What's the cousin's name? Antonio? I think that's his name. Poor Antonio done got tricked by Kareem. But Kareem really had no choice. And so he's been accosted. And now he's in the same prison with the little bag over his head. He's like, take this bag off my head. And Shaggy, a.k.a. Lonzo, is the one who put him in the room with him. And he hears the voice. He's like, who's that? And Kareem says it's him. And he's like, hold on. He uses his feet to take the bag off his cousin's head. And his cousin is pissed. He said, bro, you set me up. He said, listen, they was going to kill me, this, that, and the third. He said, I'm telling everything. He said, listen, it's serious. He said, the cousin was like, you listen, I'm not cooperating. I ain't telling them nothing because they supposed to follow the law. I ain't scared of them. I deal with thugs every day. You know what I'm saying? I deal with thugs. And he was like, listen, you see what they doing? These people are crazy. You better cooperate. So his cousin said, you know what? I'm singing like a canary. I'm telling everything. I'm taking everything. He pissed off. You got me in here with you. You let me get caught up like this. I'm taking us both down. I'm telling everything. He's like, I'm telling everything. I'm singing like a soprano. I said, wow, that is crazy. And so the president tells Alonzo that he wants him to bring those two cousins up to his room, bring them up the back way so nobody could see. I'm like, interesting. So nobody saw anything else. Nobody noticed them two coming to the White House or anything. None of that. Nobody's it's the worst secret agents ever. This state secret service sucks. And nobody saw anything. All them cameras and stuff. And now just go through the back way. And he's like, and you know what? And give me your gun. And Lonzo, oh, no, sir. I can't do that. He said, give me your gun. He said, but sir, if you shoot them, and he's right, if you shoot them, Secret Service, and he said it as if he's not Secret Service. Secret Service were here, and they'll come running in here. And he said, where's Victoria anyway? He said, she's in the Oval. He said, why would she be in the Oval? Why would she be in the Oval? I thought, okay. The president is crazy. I guess he wanted to kill him himself. And we go to Kyle and Donald talking, and Kyle tells Donald that Jason's in the White House. He says the call came from in the White House. So Donald's like, you tear this place apart till we find him, because we got to find him. Find him. But Dale is not in the White House. Dale is at Whole Foods. Y'all saw him in the supermarket. Wasn't he? Wasn't at the supermarket? I thought it was. But anyway, after that, we go to Nancy and Richard. Excuse me. I get some water. Much better. Y'all like this? Nice, right? I got this. I work out and stuff. And it was at one of these fitness events I was at, and they had this, dumbbell shaped. The company is called Pushing Weight too. It's a dumbbell shaped water jug. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I had to clear my throat. I'm getting a little rusty here. Miss Nancy, Lord have mercy, Miss Nancy. Miss Nancy sees Richard come in the house, and Richard is smiling, and he easy going. You know, Richard been pissed off with her ever since, you know, she had that truth serum from the Rackadooshies that told on how she really liked his daddy, and his daddy was a better lover, and all that good stuff. But he being real nice today, and smiling, and grinning, and all this other stuff. And she's like, you in a good mood. What's going on? What's going on? He said, don't worry. She said she made some extra dinner, and they talked about Barry a little bit. He said, don't worry, sweetheart. Don't worry. Go on, and we're going to sit down. I got somebody. And then there was a knock at the door, and he's smiling. I just knew. I said, this is his father. And that's who it was. It was his father. His father rolled in there. And Miss Nancy, because she just got through saying, oh, baby, anything you want to know, I could tell the truth. Oh, good. So tell the truth in front of my daddy. I want to hear this from both of y'all. I like how he did that. Let me hear what went down. So that was interesting. And then as we go to that, they go to the First Lady and Eli getting it on. And as they're getting it on, the president is on his crutches and watches it and catches it and says, what the hell? And that's where the episode ended. So now the president caught her and Eli doing it in the Oval. Now here's my thing. Here's my thing that I don't understand. Didn't they push the button to keep the doors locked? Or so how did the president get in there? Or is it because he might have some code where he can get in there regardless of the door being locked? Maybe, I don't know. I'm just guessing. But yeah, that's what happened. So that was interesting. So now we gotta wait till next week. What did y'all think of this episode? It was decent. It was right. But we got to see what's going to happen next week, where it looks like it's going to be, I want to see the showdown between Miss Nancy, Richard, and Richard's daddy. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. That's what I want to see. I want to see what's going to go with that. That should be interesting. And I want to see how Victoria explains herself with this situation of her banging Eli. So we got to tune in next week. Oh, wait, is this the mid-season finale? Maybe it won't come on next week. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know. I think this was the mid-season finale. So whenever that next episode airs, we'll find that out. But that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out my Tubi Tuesday review. It's a movie called I Hate You to Death. I think you will enjoy that review. So that's all I got for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.